Welcome back to another episode of Southside Struggles, the Chicago White Sox rebuild series. In the last episode, we were able to look at our roster and make some changes. We brought up two pitchers here to MLB, Brad Keller and Jake Woodford. We also promoted some of our minor leaguers. We promoted Drew Thorpe to AAA because he was having a good season in AA, and then we were also promoted our top prospect Colson Montgomery to shortstop, or at shortstop to AAA. Hopefully he will be in the MLB not too far after, or not too far out, and we can use him and showcase him. But this video we are going to take a look at Brad Keller and Jake Woodford. We're going to play player locked, and we are going to pitch a full game with them. Hopefully we can have good outings. They will be pitching back-to-back here against the St. Louis Cardinals. Something else I want to note, in this video I'm trying something a little different in my recording. In my last 7-ish videos, I used a capture card from my PlayStation to my PC and used OBS. That way there was some various things that I didn't like, especially the screen tearing here and there. I'm sure you all noticed that. So with that, I'm trying to improve the quality just a smidge, and hopefully I'm going to be able to record on the PC or on the PlayStation, export that, and then record my voice on OBS still, and kind of compile those together when I edit the video and see how that works. Hopefully that works. It should logically work, but some things aren't logical, so we will see. We're going to auto fix that as we get into another player, or our first player highlight moment in a while. Fletcher's on an 11-game hit streak. I think he's 0 for 2 now. 0 for 3 currently in the game. Depending on how we do here, we might be able to get another at-bat. It's only in the bottom of the 7th, so we'll have another 2 full innings. And if we can hopefully make a comeback here against the Twins, he'll get another chance if we don't get a hit here. As he does get a hit there, but it is going to be a fly out to center field. Good timing. Looked like he was going to be able to rope that one into the gap, but he's not able to get that or another chance as the Twins celebrate their win here over the Chicago White Sox. That is unfortunate. They allowed 7 runs there. Not a great outing. As Tanner Banks, one of our relievers, has a blister on his finger. We're going to keep him active. We don't want to put him on the 15-day DL and lose more days than we have to. As we will jump straight in to this player locked moment here with Brad Keller, the righty that we just recently promoted. I'm super excited to take a look at him. He had a great year. I think he was at a 1.9. I'm probably confusing too, but they were at a 1.9. They're both sub 3 as it's raining here in St. Louis. Hopefully they don't call the game off and we kind of screw up our player lock start here. That would be unfortunate. I would hate to see us lose the opportunity to take a good look at our newest pitcher.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he
fly out
free passes
to left field as he has the range a little far to his left. Looking at Keller's pitch mix here, he has a sinker, circle change, fastball, and slider. Definitely looks to be a pitch to contact type of guy. He with that sinker circle change combo, you're gonna mess with the speed coming in at home plate there for the hitter. They kind of have a similar movement, and then you have that big slider, his best pitch. As we get strikeout number 1 on the day, maybe he is a strikeout guy as well. He can do a little bit of both, but with that sinker pitch, you definitely want to go for the ground outs. Then he has that big slider as his primary pitch, which is kind of interesting to see. Most guys, obviously have that fastball, four-seam fastball dominated pitches. He gets strikeout number 2. Maybe I'm completely wrong on his skills here. Sorry, Keller, I was unfamiliar with your game. As he's able to get 2 pitches and increase that confidence way up there.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Nolan Gorman, one of the top prospects for the Cardinals, as he's taking all the way. As we get a ground out to third as he's hopefully able to make the throw, and he is. Good play late, ranging to his right. And they're not able to get that hit down the line. Just had to take my headset off to make sure it wasn't lightning outside. But no, that is lightning in the game, and they're still playing here in the bottom of the second. If this was high school, they definitely would have called the game off. I think as Arenado is able to rope one right over Moncada's head. He was not able to get up there and grab that. It was barely over his glove. Unfortunately, they will have runners on with one away here. As a swing and a miss on the fastball, coming in at 96 on the gun. Not too bad. Would love to see, triple digits on most pitchers. But with pitching to contact, if you're able to stay away from the bat head, you should be good regardless. As he reaches for one here, way outside the left zone. As we get a ground out, as he's able to not make the tag, but he's able to get the out at second, as we will put it in our pocket there and not make the throw over to first. So fielder's choice gets our second out here in the second inning. It's taking a, glancing over at. Not sure what he was swinging at there. That was extremely early. But glancing over the guys' averages and stuff throughout this first inning, they have a couple guys with, high 350s. Pretty good for the beginning of the year. Lars Nootbaar is able to get a hit into left field, but the runners will only move up a bag. Playing base to base here. We have been able to keep away from great contact, or maybe not great contact, but get the ball out of the air pretty well here.
And then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
He makes a uncompetitive swing as Robert is able to get the out there in center field, and there will be no runners come across that inning, even though they've had two hits. As Brandon Crawford ropes one to the warning track, but Robert will be there to make sure we do not allow a extra base hit. But Brad Keller's been able to keep them pretty much uncompetitive here at the plate. A lot of bad swings, bad timings, and stuff like that. So that's good to see. In the third here, he's given up a little bit more solid contact, which might be worrisome. But he gets another strikeout here. That'll be his third of the day. He is cooking. Starting his second time through the lineup.
So many pitches and grinds out the at bat. I'm sure there's some.
As we get another ground out to Moncada, a little late on the slider. That'll be out number 3. We're through 3 innings so far. As Goldie is back up to the plate.
And a pitch. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound.
So we get another strikeout here, number 4. He definitely took that my comment that he is a pitch to contact type of guy to heart. Guess he heard me through the screen here, but not going to be too upset about it. Never going to complain about a guy outperforming what our expectations are.
We're here in the bottom of the 4th. There's a swing and a drive.
As a deep drive into right field will end up going foul. Or not, yeah, go foul, but we're able to make the play, and it looks over, if you look over there, it looks like the peanut guy is on the field trying to sell some peanuts or hot dogs to the players. As we get another ground out and out number 3 in the 4th inning.
Back here in St. Louis.
They keep talking about the weather here, but we are playing another inning here. As Walker swings over top of one. First pitch of the inning and then first out of the inning. Can't complain about a 1-pitch out. As we're only at 51 pitches. As we touch the edge of the zone.
On the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
gathers and throws to first.
Unfortunately, the boys are not able to score any runs today through 5. Not what you want to see when you're pitching an absolute gem out there on the mound. Hopefully we can get one here in the next few. And have a chance to go the distance. We can keep them to no runs. We get another ground out on the big slider. And we're through 5. With really only 2 runners on. As we get a swinging strike 3 on a ball that was in the dirt. Number 5 on the day. He's doing pretty good. He's rolling so far. Don't want to jinx him anyway. As they get one right up the middle. Almost tags Keller there on the ankle. But he's able to move himself out of the way. That's a broken bat. We'll send that ball foul on that. I'm sure that stung his hands.
Next offering is downstairs.
As we get a called strike 3 at the knees. Number 6. And Goldie will go back to the dugout disappointed. As the White Sox put up a 4th spot in the top of the 7th.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what
Love to see that out of the guys. Unfortunate we weren't able to really do much the rest of the game. 1 hit through, I think, 6 innings. A little worrisome there. Definitely had us worried going into the later innings. But we're able to pull it through. Another ground ball, but that will sneak through into the outfield. That'll be 1 on as they are pressuring here. No outs. As the umpire just completely lost his eyesight, as that was clearly a strike. And he calls that one a strike, so, I mean, I guess he felt bad. He felt bad that he didn't give us a strike on the first one. So he was like, you know what, I got to make up for it. So he did, and the fans boo him for it. Even though they just got a free strike that was called a ball. So why are they upset?
Makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
As we throw one away. But luckily our first baseman, Andrew Vaughn over there, is able to back him up. That could have been pretty worrisome there if we weren't paying attention. But that would be pretty much, you know, what the White Sox are. Or have been the last few years. It's not there all game.
A little bit high. And it's 2-1.
As Walker wanted to swing. I saw it. I saw he wanted to swing. He was able to hold off. As we're close here to walking our first batter of the game, I do believe. As we get a ground up the middle. As he'll make the play at second. Will he make the play at first? And that will be a double play to get out of the 7th. With only 1 hit given up. Still no runs. So we're cruising along here through 7 full innings. As long as we can stay competitive here, still work the ground balls, don't give up big contact, get some good calls from the umpire, I think we'll be able to, you know, accomplish what we want to get here. Again, don't want to say it, don't want to jinx it. Definitely need to get through Newt Bar here if we want to go the full distance. That one's ruled a ball. But that one is also on the ground. Got a lot of contact on the ground today. Like I said, pitch to contact ground ball guy, but he was able to sneak a lot of strikeouts by him as well. Because we definitely have fallen off on our pitch velocity.
The Cardinals down by 4 here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Second ground out of the inning will end up being the second out of the inning. As Brandon Crawford cracks one, but straight to the second baseman. That'll be out number 3. 3 more outs here in the bottom of the 9th. As we are up 4 runs. Strikeout number 7. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Definitely ran the pitch count up there just to get him out. Not what you want to see when you're already at over 100 pitches pitched. That's another ground ball. Results in another ground out today. 1 out away for making his debut. One of the better debuts in recent memory here. As we get a pop up to right field, and that should do it for us here in St. Louis, and that will be out number 27, and that will be a shutout for Brad Keller and his Washington, or not, sorry, not Washington, and his White Sox 2024 debut. Should get the player of the game honors. He had it from start to finish. 9 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts, no walks given, and no runs earned. Not too bad. Not too bad. As Nicky Lopez had a home run, 2 for 4, and had 4 RBIs. So he was our solo run scorer for us. So glad for him. And I think, I mean, that would assume, yeah, that's definitely a grand slam. He hit a grand slam. So that's awesome. As we are going ahead and getting into our next game, as Jake Woodford will be taking the mound, as we will player lock him as well for this game. Hopefully he can capitalize, or not capitalize, hopefully he can reenact what happened the night before, as we were able to shut the St. Louis Cardinals down in a night game where the rain was pouring all night.
And a pitch. And a good eye there.
As we mentioned last game, he was a pitch to contact, ground ball type guy. Looks similar here with that sinker as your primary pitch. Definitely aren't looking to strike out every single person, especially with that speed only being 90 to 94. Looking more to play to contact, keep it down in the zone, limit the big hits, limit the home runs for sure. But we were wrong last night. I mean, we weren't wrong. I don't think I would say we were wrong last night about the pitch to contact. He definitely was pitching to a lot of contact, a lot of ground balls, as we don't get the call there. But he was able to get 7 strikeouts, which I always love to see. I love a good strikeout pitcher. And we out number 1. A liner to DeJong.
He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. And a foul ball.
Strikeout number 1 on a swinging pitch. Not sure what he thought there. Swung very, very early. Probably like a whole second early. So he must have thought he was going to be able to blow one past him. But if you look at the scouting report, you just know that's not the case. I guess he shipped it in, put up Johnny Manziel 0 hours on the laptop.
He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough.
We get another broken back. I think that's a second bat Goldie has broken in as many days. The Louisville Slugger facility is going to have to make some more bats for him here soon.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Gorman goes 6'1", batting in the cleanup spot. A former first-round pick back in 2018.
Ooh,
And a base hit
as Nolan Gorman's grounder up the middle almost takes Woodford's head off.
To start the inning.
He's able to dodge it.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the
Another one
finish.
right up the middle as it sneaks past our second baseman, but Luis Rivera is able to back it up and get it in quickly to not allow the runner to advance. As the count runs full, and that definitely was on the black. Should have been a strike call. But we were able to get a ground out here. Can we make the play to first? No. It will only be 1 out with runners at the corners.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Chris, he leads the
That's the first runner I think has made it to third base.
Yeah, Boog, and his confidence isn't an
Since,
issue
you know,
when he
probably
steps
before
into the
last
box.
game. I'm
He
not sure
expects
exactly
to
what
do
their
some damage every time
game
he's
before
up.
that was, but I'm sure they were able to get a guy to
Big pitch right here. He's gonna
third
try
base
to
with
make
game
a pitch
before.
that's gonna produce.
As we get a grounder to shortstop. That'll be one, and that will only be one at second as the fielder's choice scores a run. If that was just a millisecond earlier, that probably would have been a double play, but unfortunately we are not able to turn it.
And another ball. Newtbar leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Slice to right, and it stays fair.
The ball stays fair there. I must have just touched the line, as again we will have runners on the corners. But unfortunately for us, we do have 2 outs this time instead of 1. So any out will end the inning. As we issue our first walk, and we will wrap back around to the top of the order. Only in the second inning here, we're already up to close to 40 pitches. So it does not look like Lightning will strike twice. And we will probably have to relieve him closer into the 6th or even the 5th, depending on how the next few innings can go. As lucky for us, that one falls foul. That would have been a bloop single there, scored probably 2 runs. As he catches that one. Amazing play there by Woodford. And we're going to take a look at that one in the replay booth for sure. Look at that snag. He was even surprised, but he's able to get the out at first.
Line to left.
So we give up another single. Not having great performance here, especially when he's following up the performance of last night. As Goldie is able to rope that curveball that was a little bit too far in the zone. And again, that will be 2 runners on with no outs to start the second. But we do get a grounder here, and that should be an easy double play, and that will be 2 outs. Another grounder, and we are able to make the stop at second, and he gets the 3rd out at first base. And that will save a run. Nicky Lopez there making the great diving stop as we keep the lead to just 1. As Robert Jr. hits an RBI single and Jimenez gets a sac fly as we are back up on top. And we can now compete for the win here as long as we keep limiting those hits. They had 5 hits through 3 innings. That whips up around 2 this game. As Jordan Walker gets a deep hit, but Benintendi will run that back to the track and make the play. Thank goodness. Would hate to have given that lead up directly after getting it, but we are not going to do so. Middle of the zone. As Contreras is a little early on that one. Luckily for us, he's not able to keep it fair because that sounded like it was going to be a deep hit. Probably a home run if it was managed to stay inside the poles. Ooh, as we get a strike 3 on the curveball and on the inside of that zone, barely kissed the edge. But we are fortunate for that. Listening to the announcers, you would think I'm having a great game. I mean, we've only allowed 1 run, but we've definitely been in some dire straits multiple times through the first 4 innings.
The 1-2.
So we get a swinging strike on that ball that was up above the zone. That'll be number 3 on the day for Woodford.
2018.
Our cutter is definitely not working for us today. We've been very much over the zone, even on good timings. So we're definitely probably going to steer away from that for the rest of the game. Just keep working our sinker, slurve, and 12-6 curveball combo. The 12-6 curveball has actually been pretty good for us, getting a lot of ground outs. As Lopez makes another ranging move to his right to get the 3rd out of the inning. He's been pretty good for us defending over there at second base.
Now up for St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt.
As Paul Goldschmidt swings at one way outside the zone, almost a pass ball, but he liked what he saw, I guess, and took a big hack at it. As he swings at one that was a foot below the zone, but somehow he's able to get his barrel head to it as he grounds it back up the middle. No runners on. Call that a strike. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Right-hander kick steals. That one ripped.
As they get another 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 6th. No outs. I assume they will relieve us. They're leaving us out there. Not too upset about it. I definitely believe in myself to work out myself away from a jam more so than I trust the CPU. But typically, I think you would probably relieve somebody here. But our manager is, F-rated on everything, so it doesn't surprise me that he's not good. Going back to that curveball to get another ground ball double play, and that'll be 2 outs with a runner on third as Walker steps up to bat. 0 for 2 day, as we're very late on that. I was not paying attention. I was looking at his stats.
Pick up his teammate and tie this game.
As Nicky Lopez makes another play, and that'll be another save by our second baseman. He is working his behind off over there, diving around, making stops, getting dirty. And that will be 2 runs today that he has saved. And he keeps us on top here as we are headed back out there for the 7th inning. Interesting choice here after we just gave up 2 hits back-to-back with no runs. But we were able to work out of it as we're up to 82 pitches so far. So it's not that crazy in terms of pitch count. But I just think they would love to get another guy in because I do think this is the third time through the order. So we get 3 up here. That'll be the end of the 3rd rotation. But if not, we'll have to go through facing the 4th time. And not sure if they have bitty stats as Yoan Moncada makes another diving stop. Not the White Sox, more like the Dirty Sox, because we're diving all over the field today. Look at that. Fully extended like the announcer just said. I don't even think he has a badge for fielding. It might be bronze, but it's not great. I think Nicky Lopez fielding is pretty good, so that's to be expected from Lopez over there, but not so much from Yoan Moncada.
And a strike in there. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And that skips into dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground.
As yet another ground ball turns into another ground out.
2 away. Here's Crawford now, open stance on that left side.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball.
Oh, that ground ball does not turn into a ground out as it sneaks in between our third baseman and shortstop just by mere inches. Not sure they would have been able to make that play as we are getting relieved. To be expected, it's the bottom of the 7th. We've pitched a good game up in that 90 pitch count range where you kind of want to sit. And unfortunately, the St. Louis Cardinals will make a comeback here.
3-2 the final score for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Schaum.
As Brian Shaw gets the loss. Looks like it was one run allowed in the 7th when they took us out. Not sure if that that earned run will go on our starter, Woodford. But the 8th inning, when they took the lead, it was not us. I think that will be Brian Shaw probably that gets the earned run on that second one. But taking a look at the box score here. Yeah. Woodford is tagged with that earned run, even though, he pitched good. He did allow that 1 hit. But unfortunately, he gets tagged with that other one. But not a bad inning, 6 1/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Not a bad start to his MLB debut. Yeah, looking here, still just very disappointed in Luis Robert. Hasn't really had much to develop so far. I mean, since the last time we reported on him. But looking here, Drew Thorpe in his first debut gets absolutely rocked for 4 2/3 for 5.8 ERA, 2.14 WHIP, only 4 strikeouts. Not what you want to see on his minor league debut. But we'll give him a few more weeks to get acclimated and hopefully be able to make that jump into the majors, hopefully around September, or maybe at the beginning of next year. But Woodford with a 2.7, Keller with a 0 ERA, only a .44 WHIP, so he didn't have too bad of a game. Well, he did shut out the team, so you love to see that. Colson Montgomery in his first game with the Charlotte Knights hits 250. He does have a solo home run, so that's not too bad. He's acclimating pretty quickly there. If he can keep that average around that 250 to 280 mark, if he can get it up to 300, he's a shoe-in for the big leagues. But the 280 mark is definitely where you want him to sit and have a good OPS. And that will do it for us in this one, guys. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button, that'd be huge for the channel. I appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure to catch the next episode, and I will catch you all in the next one.